Before we get into the video, make sure y'all like, subscribe if you're new. I mean, come on, what are you doing if you're not? Sub to me by now. My content is fire. From shows and reviews, videos, stop motions, tour reviews, tour photography breakdowns, music occasionally. My Instagram and TikTok are all linked down below. And yeah, let's get straight to it. Welcome to the delicious meter on Legacy Evolution SCRAPHOOK. We will be seeing if this figure is burnt toast or a delicious buttery piece of sliced bread. Let's get straight to it, shall we? First off, did you guys like the new voice that I did there on the intro? Wasn't it something delicious to the ears? But anyway, SCRAPHOOK. Original character from Planet Junkion, Junk Planet, whatever you want to call the planet that these guys are from. This is a pretty cool deluxe class figure. This dude I was pretty hyped for. Hotshot, which I also picked up. There will be a stop motion review on him in the coming days, so stay tuned for that. And I really want Needle Nose, Leo Convoy, and Tarn as well. But anyway, his accessories, first off with these guns, I wanted to see if they were blast effect compatible. These little nubs right here. They kind of are. They could balance some blast effects. Like I noticed the blast effects that came with Kingdom Rodimus work pretty well, but once you start plugging in some of the effects from the Battle Masters, they start falling out or going to this like weird angle for some reason. Like, of course it doesn't do it to me on camera, but yeah, they fall out kind of easily, and yeah, it just doesn't work on some of them, but I find that the ones that came with Rodimus Prime work the best. The hook piece attaches to any peg hole. I just like to do it on this arm. And there's a look at this. Some nice sculpted details, just in gray paint, nothing painted. Some nice sculpted details, but also there is some sort of, I don't know if it's yellowing, but there's different colored plastic between the grays, and you can sort of see it on camera, but the plastic used for this hook is turning sort of pea yellow color, sort of like Kingdom Dinobot on some of those parts. And I don't know if it's yellowing or if it's just a different color plastic. Come on, camera, focus. Focus!
Focus!
Focus! There we go, okay. Yeah, it's turning a bit yellow, kind of. I don't know if that's just the color of the plastic or if it's actually yellowing. And it's also on the fists and on part of the neck piece here, or part of like his shoulder piece, the gray piece that connects with the head sculpt right here to make it rotate. There might be a case of yellowing with this guy, I don't know. This rotates, you could take it apart, you could plug it in his hand, plug this, whatever. There's so many possibilities with this figure. And of course, the spinning spike wheel / Gatling gun of death can be plugged in anywhere on any peg hole. I just like to do it on this arm. It's got some nice sculpted details. You can't really, well, can you? You can't fit any blast effects on the little holes, which sucks, because it is supposed to be a gun as well from the concept art that we saw. That Mark, one of the Hasbro designers, shared on Instagram. And lastly, we got these two thingies, these smokestacks, or you could use them as guns because there is peg hole for some blast effects right here.
Don't mind my fingernails, it's not actually dirt. I paint, I make dioramas for a living for people, so it's paint on my nails, not actual dirt. I'm not a dirty person, okay? Please believe me.
Yeah, it seems to be a peg hole there, but it's not, there's not enough room to fit a blast effect in there. But anyway, overall look of him is cool. Some nice sculpted details, some paint here and there. Got the rivets, the Junkion styled rivets. Head sculpt is nice. Let me get in there on the head. You got the eye patch and everything, looking cool, like the details, no real paint defects on this guy at all. It's just the weird, different gray plastics that could maybe be yellowing, but I'm not sure. And just for a quick idea of scale, here he is next to Earthrise Optimus. I don't have any other Junkions, so yeah, just deal with the Optimus comparison for now. Now for the articulation on Scrappy Hooky here. He's got some decent articulation. Head rotates, not on a ball joint, it just rotates. The hollowness behind it is a little weird though. It's like, what's going on there? But anyway, arms full 360 outward like that, and then when you have the arm up, it's only a little bit. So yeah, the big shoulder pieces are a bit annoying. I do think the shoulders from the upcoming bike Deluxe Class Junkion that's coming out will look better on this guy. I did see that swap that Mark did on Instagram. And yeah, you could rotate the elbows. These pop off. They're not pinned in. They could pop off kind of easily, so just watch out for that. He's got double jointed elbows, so you could get a little bit past 90 there. Wrist swivel, which is good. He's got the waist. No ab crunch. I thought he would with how that joint looks, but that's just for transformation. Hips, kick forward, back, out, full split. And then 90-degree knees, rotate at the knee, and you got some nice ankle pivot here. The feet move up. If you take out the engine block thing, they can move up a lot. And they move down a hell of a lot too. And then, of course, you have ankle tilt, which is great. And, of course, you have the weaponizer gimmick, so you can pull off the arms, pull off the lower leg. I like to do... I was going to use Hotshot, but then I transformed him earlier today, forgetting I was going to use him as the example, but, so, just deal with Optimus here again. Plug in those guns, give him the hook, and you have this weird combination mode where Optimus is like Doc Ock, he's got 4 arms, which I think is kind of cool and crazy. You know, just something to give us back the creativity era from the 90s and 2000s with Transformers trying new things. I really love the weaponizer gimmick and the original character stuff. Keep it going, Hasbro. I really like this a lot. Now, to transform Lil Scrappy, the transformation is pretty good. There's some parts that can be a little annoying and get in the way, but... The arms, I'd say, is the trickiest part, because you kind of have to angle them in a weird way. I might have to do some stuff off camera. But yeah, it took me a few minutes there. You have to rotate the wrists around, and then they tab in like this, as you can tell. And then you plug the hook into here, unplug this, tab it in here. Get the smokestacks up in there like so. And plug this wheel spinny Gatling gun thing on the side there like that. And there you have SCRAPHOOK in his tow truck mode. Pretty cool. Pretty nifty truck mode. Looking at some of the details all the way around. Really digging this. Bruh got a butthole plug. That's crazy. A lot of peg holes so you could plug in guns and weaponizer stuff. He does look pretty similar to Battletrap and Rise of the Beast, which is funny. You can tow cars onto here. He rolls alright. I mean, the wheels aren't pinned in. They're on mushroom pegs, so for you stop motioners out there, it might be a little difficult depending on the surface. You could rotate the hook around and rotate this piece, and you could pop off... I almost forgot to show off the main gimmick here. You could pop off the front, do whatever you want, combine stuff with it. This will be way more useful once we get more Junkions or characters in general that are able to do this. And especially if you have the weaponizers from War for Cybertron trilogy, that'll probably work too. I don't at the moment. But yeah, this is a pretty cool gimmick. So, it's that time again. What am I going to rate Lil Scrappy here? Well... transformation is good, except for the back arm piece that gets annoying and fiddly to me. But other than that, it's pretty fun and simple. Articulation is pretty basic, but it does have all the essentials. Wrist swivel, waist, ankle pivot, all that good stuff. Weapons are nice. Love the gimmick where you could pull apart the limbs and stuff for vehicle and robot mode. Paint apps is decent, no real issues, but again, there's not much paint on them to begin with. Head sculpt is nice. The weapons are nice. The hook with the spinning wheel and the 2 engine block guns and then the smokestack guns are pretty cool. Overall, pretty solid figure in terms of plastic quality. There's not really any stress marks I could see because I've transformed him a couple times now. Just that potential yellowing problem with some of the gray plastics used on this figure. And I wonder if anybody else has reported on that. I haven't checked yet. But taking all of that into consideration, I would have to rate this guy 8 tasty treats out of 10. Yes, sir. 8 out of 10. Tasty treats. Let me know down in the comments below what do you guys think of this SCRAPHOOK figure. And yeah, thank you guys for watching another edition of Delicious Meter, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye!